They have a problem. They have a need. They have a property they want to sell. And are you a solution for them? And are they going to feel comfortable working with you? This is fascinating to me. In all of my experience, and we're talking distressed sellers, right? So maybe this applies to any type of sales, but in particular in real estate, we're talking to distressed sellers that have this problem property that they want to sell by and large. Now, some are motivated, different levels of motivation, but the point is they want to sell this property. And the highest emotional high, the biggest endorphin is not when they close and get the money in their pocket. You would think that would be when it happens. It's not. It's at the close.
Oh, that's hot.
Because at the close is when you solve their problem and they emotionally feel relief that you're their guy. Daniel's my guy. He's going to solve my problem. Everything from there is just now fulfillment on what you promised.
Yeah. Jared, I'm going to show you this right now.
So when they get the check is just confirmation to the thing you already promised them that they were going to get.
Yep. Here, look, we just made this. I have this whole thing. I'm going to redefine sales. Because we have this weird misconception. I think a lot of people, when they think of sales, they think of the overweight guy with like a crooked tie at the used car lot.
Yeah, pushy.
He's got like mustard on his shirt.
Everybody is going to get to know each other in the pot. I'm serious about this stuff.
Right? You don't want to, nobody wants to deal with that guy.
Sleazy, salesy, yeah.
But look at the example here, and I don't know if you can see this, but this is the shirt. I redefined, that was my definition of sales.
Intentional and effective communication at scale. So repeatable, right?
Correct.
And then example, they were a great salesperson. They were an excellent communicator. I felt understood.
I felt understood. It's the same point you just made at the end there, right? At the end of the day, they just feel like this was a good experience. I felt like they got me. They understood what needed to happen. And it's those, Pace Morby does an example. I've done this. You did it in the pre-foreclosure story you just said. Pace has an example where he said that there was this lady, one of the earlier on deals that he did, and he calls it his Find the Bunny.
Yeah,
the bunny story, yeah, right?
Find the bunnies, yeah.
And what's the premise of the situation? Well, there were other people who had offered more money for this property, right? Like $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 more. And he was really transparent. He just said, here, I can't buy your house at that price. I'm not your buy at that price, and it's okay. Yeah. What can I do to help? And as a result, because he was willing to help them feel understood, he was willing to actually get to the core of what that person needed, they were willing to take less money. Right. By the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. They called and volunteered to take less money, right? Mm-hmm. People think that this is always a numbers game, and sometimes it is. Mm-hmm. But at its core, as much as people do like money, people need to feel understood. They need to feel heard. And when you can deliver that for somebody, you would be amazed at how flexible a person that you thought was rigid at one point begins to be.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep, it's all about them feeling like you're going to perform.
Yep.
You're their guy. You're going to take care of them. They can trust you. And so now after the close, it's you better perform and you better deliver.
Got to deliver.
But the biggest experience that seller has, their best experience they're having is at the close, not at the closing. Isn't that fascinating?
Yep.
They don't actually get the money until the closing. Their best experience in the whole process was at the close.
We really need to stop and clip that part and replay that over and over and over and over again, right? Like, guys, it's not at the closing where they get the check. It's at the close where they sign the contract.
Where they sign the contract.
Right?
That's it.
Why? Because something happened in here and up here that gave them that transaction. Now, if you arm wrestled them to sign the contract, that's a different situation. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is getting people to that feeling of understanding. And that genuinely is. That's the human experience, in my opinion. And that's the thing that if you're effective and intentional in your communicating, that's the experience you can deliver consistently.
And I very rarely will have a seller backdoor me or back out of a contract or go with somebody else.
That man's an imposter. That man is the imposter.
Those things don't happen because I've done such an effective job at communicating with the seller about what we're doing that they're not confused or they're not second guessing or they're not doubting. You know, it wasn't like a one shot where I manipulated them into signing and now they're having remorse.
Wait a minute.
I mean, that happens, but it very rarely happens. And it's because I've done such a great job creating a good experience for them at the close that of course they want to see this all the way through the closing because they trust that the good experience is going to continue.
All right, guys, so the video you just watched is actually a clip from a much longer podcast. But here's the question I have for you. What did you think about the video? Guys, in the comments below, let me know what you liked and didn't like about these excerpts that we're doing. Did you like the memes, the little comedic things that we added to the video to break it up a little bit and just to make it fun? Guys, we're doing this content for you and we want to provide as much value as we possibly can. So do me a favor, if you will, in the comments below, let us know what you liked. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you thought about those memes. Should we keep them? Should we get rid of them? What do you want to see in this channel that's going to help you to learn and grow as much as humanly possible? Guys, thank you so much for the feedback. We want to help to just make this channel exactly what you need it to be. We will see you guys on the next video.